in the whale using contact paper, so it like literally looked like he was like inside the whale because it's see-through. It was cool. I'm not artsy craftsy. I did not come up with the lesson. Did you have another bagel? This is going to be my Disney version. I was saying, when nobody was here at 2:55, I was like, I think they were just waiting to make sure it didn't rain. And then once everybody saw that the sun was out, Brian, you were saying you know some congregations that canceled their tent services. I bet they feel real stupid right now. Yeah, that sucks. Like, isn't that why you get a tent?
If it was raining sideways, I wouldn't do it until we had that problem.
Right.
You start.
Okay, hi everyone. We're gonna get started. Hello everybody. It is so good to see so many friends here, so many old friends and I see a few new faces. It's nice to see you. I even see some Hebrew school students. Our kindergarten, first and second grade started on Tuesday, and we also have another class starting on Wednesday, and I see lots of faces that I get to see on Wednesday, which I'm very excited about. I do want to make one quick announcement before I introduce my friend Kofi over here, and that is, hi Kofi, and that is, if you are coming to Hebrew school on Wednesday, if you are a kindergartner, a first grader, or a second grader, or maybe even a third grader, and you're joining us for the first time this week, please, 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 something we noticed on Tuesday, we have a COVID protocol for our drop-off line where we have a car line. Please do not park and walk your child in. Please join the car line. That is for everybody's safety from germs, et cetera, et cetera. We will send home instructions. Our kindergartners, first graders, second graders, and third graders will be meeting their teachers right outside. They'll be holding signs. So I promise everything will be really clear. Okay. So I want to introduce my friend Kofi. Can you guys say hi, Kofi?
Hi, Kofi. Shana Tova, everybody. That wasn't so good.
Yeah, I think we should.
Shana Tova, but it's mine. You have Tova.
So we can say Shana Tova, Kofi, but a much more appropriate thing to say to one another on this special day on Yom Kippur is Gamar Chatima Tova. Can you try that, Kofi? Gamar.
Gamar.
Chatima.
Chatoma.
Chatima.
Chatima.
Tova.
Tova.
Let's try putting it all together. Gamar Chatima Tova.
Chatima. Gamar Chatima Tova. I'm getting it.
You are.
Is Tova like Shana Tova?
Tova is like Shana Tova. Gamar Chatima Tova means may you be sealed for good. We want to make sure in the big book of life that God is writing all of our names in, that we get written in a good seal. We want our name really, really in there in the good book. So if Gamar Chatima Tova is too hard for you, Kofi, And I know you're a very smart monkey.
I am.
But if it's too hard, you can say Gamar Tov. Can we try that? Gamar Tov.
Oh, I like that.
So let's
Gamar
wish
Tov.
a Gamar Tov to Kofi one more time. Gamar Tov, Kofi. And can you say it to us?
Gamar Tov, everybody. Rabbi.
Yes.
Rabbi.
Yes, Kofi.
Rabbi.
Yes, Kofi.
I wanted you to feel like you're at home.
I am. I feel like I'm at home right now.
Why are we wearing white? Why does Rabbi Moskowitz have a white robe and you have a white robe and Cantor Applebaum has a white robe?
Oh, what a great question. So this is
I'm so smart.
You're the smartest monkey I know. So we wear white traditionally on Yom Kippur, Kofi, because this is the day that we are the most like angels. Now I know lots of our friends here, their parents or their grandparents might say that they're their little angel. Come here, my little angel. But today on Yom Kippur, we are the most like angels. We spend all day praising God, just like angels do. Traditionally, we don't eat and we don't drink, and angels don't eat or drink either. And so on this day, we want to be pure, we want a clean slate, we want to be just like angels. So that's why I'm wearing white today.
You look very pretty.
Thank you so much, Kofi. As I say to my boys whenever they say I look pretty, do I also look smart?
You look very smart, but I'm smarter because I'm Kofi, the very smart monkey.
Today is not only an important day where we try to be better and be nicer and share more and be kind to others, it's also a day where we make promises. Promises to be better, promises to share more, promises to make the world a little bit better just by how we treat one another. And there's a prayer, there's a song called Kol Nidre that is about these promises. Cantor, can you sing a little bit about this prayer? Thank you.
I want to imagine the Little Mermaid, Ariel, is singing Kol Nidre. So if this is a Disney, more Disney-fied performance. Because usually it's almost a little scary. Kol Nidre Vesarei Vacharamei Vikonamei Vichinuyei Vikinusei Ushevuot Din Tarna Udish Tabana Udaharimna
That was so pretty. All right, Kofi, you're going to sit here.
Right by the shofar, your
and
favorite
I'm gonna,
place.
yes, right there.
Right there.
And it's so good to see everybody. It's nice to be here. How many people have said something or done something they kind of regret in the past year? Maybe even in the past week. So let's think about something that you want to say you're sorry for. So talk in your wonderful family groups.
Hi,
Hello,
Elms. How are
hello. Or with the people near you, even if your family's not all here. And think of 1 or 2 or 3 things that you are sorry for that you've done that you're going to apologize for. And just share it with the people sitting around you. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. So do I squeeze this on the table or do I try to hold it up?
You're going to hold it up and I'll squeeze. I am not giving away this fun job.
I am not giving away this fun
Can I
job.
eat it?
I guess. If you're that hungry.
I don't even use this kind. I use like
You
a
probably use
powder.
like a natural toothpaste.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
find
getting there.
out.
Avery, we're getting there.
Okay.
Ava. Hi, Ava.
So I have
Hi,
a
Jack.
question.
Hi, Jack.
How many people think saying I'm sorry makes something better? Raise your hand if you think saying I'm sorry makes something better. And I agree with you.
That's nice.
But you know what's even better than saying I'm sorry is saying I'm sorry and then not doing it again. Not doing the same thing that you've apologized for. If I hit Rabbi Wiesenberg, which I wouldn't do, but let's say I did, and then I said, oh, I'm sorry, and then I hit her again and said, sorry, and then, sorry, I don't mean it. It's not the real thing. And it's a lot like toothpaste.
It's a lot like toothpaste?
Why do you have toothpaste, rabbis?
How is doing something that is not so nice? How is that like toothpaste?
Let's hear some things people did that weren't so nice. Who can raise their hand and we'll call on you and share?
Who would like to share? Daviosa.
Before I didn't like the waves getting in my eyes, and my grandma lives on Myrtle Beach, so she likes to go around the sea, and so I spent time with my grandma, and she was all alone.
Oh.
So you left your grandma alone in the sea. Okay, before we continue, I learned a new word the other day. You see this blob of toothpaste? It is called a nurdle. N-U-R-D-L-E, a nurdle.
A nurdle.
Okay.
Continue. What's something else? What other family wants to share? Maybe something you said or did that maybe wasn't so nice and you wish you hadn't done. Does anybody else want to be brave and share? Avery.
Wait, one question.
Yes.
How many?
Because I'm the principal of your Hebrew school.
Because she's known you for a long
Because I've known you
time,
for a long
Avery.
time.
What did you say again?
What's something that you shared with Ms. Coop about something you did or said that maybe you wasn't so nice, that you wish you hadn't done?
The last kid's service, I pretend to not hear.
Okay.
What did you do? I could say it
The
for the
last kid
microphone.
service, he pretended not to hear. I appreciate your honesty.
Okay.
All right. What other family wants to be brave and share? Maybe something you said or did, and you feel kind of bad about it. Yeah, Ms. Coop? Yeah? What's something you said or did that you're a little sorry for? When you got a boo-boo? When you got a boo-boo, what happened? Mommy didn't have Band-Aids? Okay. Oh, okay.
Who else did
Anybody else? Maybe even a grown-up, if you want a role model for your kids. Anybody have something they said or did that they feel sorry about and maybe they wish they hadn't done?
down.
Yes, the Levies.
So I sometimes make jokes that my wife does not think are that funny, and I sadly continue to do it and make them worse.
I'm going to do two blobs. For
So
that.
jokes that, I don't know if the jokes that are funny, but definitely like if she says I don't like them and you don't stop, and then you keep going. We have a rule in the Wiesenberg household that goes for everything. When somebody says no or stop, you have to stop right away, no matter what it's about.
So sometimes you might be sorry if you forget to stop, even after that rule.
Stopping is important when somebody says stop. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of nurdles. Anybody else? Oh, I see a little hand. The littlest young. Yes, he got so big. What do you want to say, bud? Yeah, I see your hand. I see it. Oh, he hurt his brother. Raise your hand if you've hurt your brother or sister and then you felt bad about it.
Or cousin.
Or a cousin. That's a lot of stuff. I see a lot of hands. I see a lot of hands.
Oh, I see more hands.
Okay. Let's do maybe two more?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. Are you raising your hand because you want to share something? Or were you saying that you were also mean sometimes to your siblings? It's also mean to your siblings? Does anybody else want to share one more thing? Could we get even?
I'm sorry.
Yes, Ava, do you want to share something? No, you just want to say hi to me? I love you too, girlfriend.
I'm sorry that sometimes I get short-tempered and I get like grumpy and snappy, and it's not the person's fault. It's just because I'm frustrated about something else.
Whoa, there it goes.
She
Oh
does
my
do that.
goodness, all of that toothpaste.
Anybody else?
That's a lot of stuff. Does anybody else want to be brave and share with us something that they said or did that they felt pretty bad about afterwards.
So I have now
Here, let's
gotten,
move to the front.
we're going to move back to our spot.
That's a lot of nurdles.
A lot of nurdles.
It's a lot of
for a new
nurdles.
word. A good thing when you learn a new word to use it. So now, so Yom Kippur comes and we say we did bad things.
These are the bad
And
things.
we say we're sorry, and I want to put them back. I want to take it back because I didn't mean to get short or hurt my brother or my sister.
Leave
or
my grandma alone.
in the water.
In the sea.
Or not say no when I wasn't supposed to. Can you think I can get the toothpaste back in here?
Can we put the toothpaste back? No, I can't put the toothpaste back.
No, maybe a teeny tiny bit.
Not
but
really. It doesn't really work.
Came out fast. It doesn't go back in like that. So, the best thing to do is to try to be better and just not do these things. But if something's wrong and you do something that you know you shouldn't have or hurt somebody's feelings, then you can say, I'm sorry.
So this is the time where we're going to try practicing saying, I'm sorry for what I did wrong all together. We're going to ask you to stand up.
I'm going to open it.
This is a very special prayer called Avinu Malkeinu. And here in the children's service, we do it a way that our kids can understand. So for our grown-ups, we're going to start with the traditional words, and then we go into, I'm sorry for what I did wrong. So that way they understand what the prayer is about, and we encourage you to sing along too.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'Aneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'Aneinu, Ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu. I'm sorry for what I did wrong. I'm sorry for what I did wrong. Again. I'm sorry for what I did wrong. Something else. I'll try to be caring, more loving and sharing. Forgive me for what I did wrong. I'll try to be. I'll try to be the best that I can be. The best that I can be. I'll try with all my might. I'll try with all of my might to do what I know is right. To do what I know is right. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'Aneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'Aneinu, Ki ein banu masim.
Please be seated.
Thanks, Avery.
So I have one of our favorite stories, and it's called The Hardest Word. A long time ago, the world had many large and fabulous creatures, and one of those creatures was a gigantic yellow bird with dark red wings and a purple forehead. He was called the Ziz. The Ziz was so huge that when he spread out his wings, he blocked out the sun, and as if he were a dark rain cloud. And every time he flew over a town, all the mothers would call to their children, "Come inside, it's going to rain." This made the Ziz very sad because he loved children, and he didn't want to spoil playtime. So the Ziz started flying around at night when no one else would notice that he made the sky dark with his gigantic wings. And that worked fine for a while. But then one night, the Ziz flew too high and bumped into a star. Sizzle, snap, bang, it went, and the star fell out of the sky and down to earth. It burned a big hole into the ground. The next morning, the Ziz saw the big hole and he was worried. What can I do to cover this hole, he asked himself. He thought about it a while and he came up with an idea. He stretched out his huge wings and he went back up to the sky, and this time he knocked down a cloud. Plop! The cloud was full of rain and it filled the big hole with water. And now the big hole was a lovely pond, perfect for swimming. All the children came running to the pond, screaming with delight. It was a hot, sunny day, and they had a wonderful time splashing and playing in the water. Huh, said the Ziz. My mistake is all fixed. Then one day, however, the Ziz made a mistake he could not fix. It was the week before Yom Kippur. He was flying along, not watching where he was going, and he flew smack into the tallest pine tree in the whole world. Boom went the tree, and it fell over, and it knocked into another tree. And that tree knocked into another tree, and that tree knocked into another tree, and that tree knocked just like dominoes. And that tree knocked into a synagogue. Knocked into the vegetable garden behind the synagogue. Smash, squash, oops. Oh no, said the Ziz. And he covered his eyes with his big wings. Not the vegetable garden. That belongs to the children. The Ziz uncovered his eyes and he looked at the damage. The tomatoes, the corn, the pumpkins, the beans, all the vegetables the children had worked on to plant were all smashed. I can't knock down a cloud and fix this, the Ziz cried. And the Ziz flew home and sat in his own garden to think. He had watched the children plant that garden, and every year they harvested vegetables to decorate their sukkah. What will the children do this year? The Ziz spread out his big wings, and he flew off to have a chat with God. I'm going to stand up here so you can see a little better. The Ziz had a special place where he liked to talk to God. It was Mount Sinai. The Ziz was so huge that when he stood on Mount Sinai, his purple feathered head reached right up into heaven. What have you done this time? God asked as he looked down at the Ziz. This was not the first time that the Ziz had come to Mount Sinai after making a mistake. I knocked a big tree, and that tree knocked another tree, and that knocked the vegetable garden. Said God. The children's vegetable garden? Yes, said the Ziz. That's a problem, said God. I can't knock down a cloud and make this better, said the Ziz. No, you can't, said God. What should I do, said the Ziz. I want you to do something for me, said God. Anything, the Ziz promised. I want you to search, God said. I want you to search the world for the hardest word. Yes. Okay, the hardest word, the Ziz answered. Yes, answered God. Now go. And the Ziz stretched out his big wings, and off he went in a search. He flew over mountains. He flew over trees. He flew over valleys. He flew over seas. Flap, flap, I'm the biggest bird. Flap, flap, searching for the hardest word. After searching the whole day, the Ziz stopped to rest at the edge of a forest. And in a little house nearby, he heard a mother and a child arguing. I know that never happens here, right? You guys never, ever, ever argue with your moms.
Never.
Or your dads or your grandparents. Nobody does that here. I don't want to go to bed. Oh, I've heard this one before, said the little boy. But you need to rest, said the mother. But I'm not tired, said the little boy. Good night, said the mother, and she firmly closed the door. That's it, said the Ziz as he flapped his wings. The hardest word, I found it. And the Ziz flew as fast as he could to Mount Sinai. And with great excitement, he put his bird feet down and he poked his purple feathered head up in heaven. I found it, he said. I found the hardest word. What is it? Said God. The hardest word, said the Ziz, is good night.
Good night.
He loved being right, the Ziz, and he was very proud of himself. Good night is a hard word for children, said God. I knew it, said the Ziz. I knew it. But there's another word, said God. It's even harder. There is, said the Ziz, very disappointed. Oh, there is, God declared. Go and find it. So the Ziz flapped his wings, and off he went.
Where did he go?
He flew over mountains. He flew over trees. He flew over valleys. He flew over seas. Flap, flap, I'm the biggest bird. Flap, flap, searching for the hardest word. After searching all day, the Ziz stopped at a big feast on the grounds of a castle. He listened with so many people talking. He felt sure that someone would say the hardest word. I'm hungry, a little girl whined. Can I have some pescetti, please? The mother smiled. Oh, you want some spaghetti. That's it, says the Ziz. I've got it now. And so he spread out his big wings and he flew back to Mount Sinai. He planted his bird feet on the mountaintop. He poked his purple head back up into heaven. I know the hardest word, said the Ziz. What is it, said God. It's spaghetti. Ziz hopped up and down. Standing was hard, but he was excited. Spaghetti is a hard word to say, God agreed. Didn't I tell you, said the Ziz. But, said God, there is a word that's even harder.
My goodness.
There is, said the Ziz. There is, said God. Go out and find it. He flew over mountains. He flew over trees. He flew over valleys. He flew over seas. Flap, flap, I'm the biggest bird. Flap, flap, searching for the hardest word. The Ziz searched for 3 more days. He brought back lots of words to Mount Sinai. He brought back words like rock, rhinoceros, ridiculous, and Rumpelstiltskin, but each time, God told the Ziz to go find another word. By the evening of Yom Kippur, the Ziz had brought over 100 words to Mount Sinai. God did not accept any of them. The Ziz was discouraged. He had tried and tried. He flew back to Mount Sinai to have one more discussion with God. What word did you bring this time? God asked. No word, said the Ziz. No word, said God. No, said the Ziz. I've come to say I'm sorry. I can't find the hardest word. You can't? God asked. No, said the Ziz. I'm sorry. You're sorry, said God. Yes, said the Ziz. I'm sorry. Good job, said God. You found the hardest word. I did? Now the Ziz was confused. Yes, God said, the hardest word is sorry. While all the words you brought were hard, sorry is the hardest. But I always say I'm sorry on Yom Kippur, said the Ziz. Well, said God, you should say it at other times too. Like when I smashed the garden, said the Ziz. That's right, said God. The Ziz thanked God and pulled his purple feather head out of heaven. He spread out his wings and flew back to the children's garden. On his way, he stopped at his own garden and gathered a basket of vegetables and fruit for the children. It was time for the Ziz to say the hardest word. The end.
Yay! Can we do maybe
So, what's the hardest word?
I'm
Sorry.
You were listening. Yay!
Let's do May You Be Sealed, and then we'll have Dr. Goldstein speak,
Okay.
and then we'll do Shofar.
Okay.
I have a really nice song about Yom Kippur. I'm going to make it very pretty and nice and short.
And nice and short.
May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year. for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gamar Chatima Tova. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gamar Chatima Tova. A holy day, a solemn day, a day to set aside. On Yom HaKippurim, from our sins we will not hide. And of course we'll say, I'm sorry. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gamar Chatima Tova. I would love to introduce to you the president of our congregation, Dr. Brian Goldstein. Give it up for the man.
I want to thank you all for braving this horrible rainstorm to come out today to pray with us. So I am really jealous of all of you. It may not look this way, but you all have little kids. It may be hard on a day-to-day basis, but I'm so envious. I want to be in your position. My kids are all grown, I'll tell you. I've been a member here for over 20 years. My children went to nursery school here. They went to religious school here. They were bar and bat mitzvah. They were confirmed. They went to Hebrew High. And now they're fortunately, when they go to college, they go to Hillel. But I want to be back. I want to be where you guys are. Live in the moment. Enjoy it. But I also want you to have that lifelong commitment and feel that connection. So part of that is about my Kol Nidre appeal. It's traditionally about asking for money, asking for monetary donations. But fun fact, that's not in my wheelhouse. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at asking for money. So what I'm really asking for is more than just money. Yes, we need that. I want you all to dig down into your pockets if you can. But I'm asking for anything: time, commitment, access, expertise. Some of you are fortunate and you can give a lot of money. That'd be great. Thank you so much. But maybe some of you have talent or time or commitment that you can give us. So what will your contribution to this year's Kol Nidre appeal be? Will you join a committee? Will you contribute to a social action cause, as our temple came out in droves? Great job, filled up a truck. Will you come to an event? I ask you to give so that fellow congregants that don't have the means can be members and know that we can provide for you one day if you're in that position. I ask you to give with the faith that our lives and our actions continue to make the world a better place. Give out of respect for those that came before us and those that are coming after. Give because you have a sense of hope, a vision for the legacy of our community. Give to sustain our congregation as we battle a worldwide pandemic. I have confidence in your capacity and your commitment. I thank you for helping TBT, for your past generosity of time and money, for your future generosity of time and money, and for allowing me the privilege to serve as your president and speak to you. I'm going to have envelopes up at front. If you have your pledge cards, which are attached to your tickets, you can leave them with us. And I wish you all a happy, healthy new year as we rediscover our new normal together and how interconnected we all are. Gamar Hativa Tova.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Let me get this one.
Not quite yet, but we do want you to blow shofar in just a couple minutes. But I just want to remind all of our nursery school families that we are very different from other congregations and that we have a really neat membership option that if your child is younger than 3rd grade, especially specifically for our nursery school families, we have a truly voluntary membership model that if your kids are in nursery school, if you don't have older kids, really like completely voluntary for $1, for $18, you can be a member of the congregation. It helps sustain this, especially if your kids already go to school here and you're planning on being part of this community. It helps us do what we do within the community and not just here at Temple, but even down the road at Wyandanch with the different organizations that we have a relationship as well. In just a moment, we're going to blow our Tekiah Gadola with our shofar. But first, we're going to sing a song about wanting to be sealed in the book of life.
Yep, we already sang that.
Okay, I thought we were singing it again.
I'm going to sing a little
Just
teeny
shofar.
bit of shofar
No, we're not-
blast, just so we can all get totally psyched for the Tekiah Gadola, okay? So here we go. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. And they're going to practice the Tekiah Gadola. We're going to try to do it really, really long. I'll go first, and then you try to beat me. Okay. Tekiah Gadola. Now you, everybody, Tekiah Gadola. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. I'm going to say that again. Happy, happy, happy New Year. One more time. Happy, happy, happy New Year. All right, now we're going to hear the real deal.
Kofi's ready. Tekiah Gadola. He carries Torah, he gives speeches, and he blows a mean shofar. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you at Tat Shabbat on September 24th. There's Sukkot on Sunday, Simchat Torah the following Sunday, and Dueling Pianos on October 2nd for grown-ups. Dueling Pianos fundraiser. Gemar Tov, Shana Tova.
Tova.
You be sealed for a good year.